The episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. On today's episode or tonight's episode, it's pregame. It's game day, which you already knows. We're going to break down this game. We're going to preview it right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans, we in the building. The Bulls against the Utah Jazz going down tonight. It's going to be a very interesting game. The Bulls are going to have to play intense defense in this game. I can't wait to see the matchup of Patrick Williams and Lauri Markkanen, because that's going to really be one of the key matchups to watch in this game, as well as Jared Vanderbilt, him playing on DeMar DeRozan, how DeMar can counteract that. DeMar's had some problem with length a lot this season. So we'll see how that's all going to shape up for the Chicago Bulls in this one. I don't know if anything's come out for sure if they plan on holding out Alex Caruso. I just did a quick sweep. Doesn't seem like anything has come out if they plan on letting Caruso play or not. I know Lauri was also listed as questionable, so we don't know what's going on with that quite yet. So yeah. Chi-Town Javier says this team makes no. Where are we coming from with this? Like, what are you talking about now? Ain't nothing happened yet, brother. Ain't nothing happened yet. So we'll see. Windy City Vids in the building says, yo, what's going on, fam? Thunder, Lauri revenge game. Let's hope not. Yo, Haize, this game is until 8 today. If you didn't know, I know, but I'm trying to get the pregame out the way. That's what I'm doing. Trying to get the pregame out the way. If you can't tell, my voice is a little trash. I'm arrested with some hot tea, things like that. And I figured, hey, let me go ahead and get this pregame out the way. Let's go ahead and have some hype. Call it a prep rally. Let's see what we turn into, man. Let's see what else we got. Rondo 2 Raw in the building says, yo, what's good, fam? What's going on, fam? Let's go game day. What's good, Haize? What's going on, James? Good to see you in the building. Lauri game is this game is going to be very interesting. It is. It's going to be really, really interesting. Gay and Conley are out. Lauri is a game time decision. He's going to play. Lauri, I'll tell you what right now. Lauri's not missing this matchup. I can tell you that right now. I would be willing to put money on it that Lauri Markkanen is not going to miss this matchup. That's what I would say. Fun fact, Lauri sometimes struggle against length even players is much shorter than him. And also, you have to remember Lauri Markkanen does not have a short wingspan. What do you be talking about, Shay? What do you be talking about? Lauri Markkanen has a 6'11 wingspan. It's not a short wingspan. He's 6'11. Typical wingspan is your wingspan should be equal to your height. It's not a short wingspan. Kobe White has a short wingspan. His wingspan is an inch or almost 2 inches shorter than his height. That's a short wingspan. Very winnable game as long as the team plays solid defense. They ain't really have a dominant player on that team. Yeah, even with the way the Lauri Markkanen is playing, right? It's containable, especially Patrick Williams plays. Like, Patrick Williams has guarded players much better than Lauri Markkanen, way closer. So, we'll see how I trust that Patrick Williams can, and Patrick Williams can also take advantage of Lauri Markkanen on the offensive side of the ball. I don't want to make it seem by any stretch of the imagination like I'm trying to say that Patrick Williams is the key to this game, because I'm not necessarily saying that, but he can play a very big part in the Bulls' success in this game. Very big part of it. Yo, Haize, do you know if Eddie Jackson, Fields, and Rodgers are going to play Sunday? So many injuries. I do not know. But again, come on now, Smear 6. I'm trying to separate the channels. This is Bull Central. No, but I really don't know as of yet. Chris Corvinio, hopefully we can pull off a win here. This one is big. I mean, honestly, it's not big. It's big for us Bulls fans because we want to see the team continue the winning ways, right? We want to see them bounce back against OKC. And then just for the petty part of it being Lauri Markkanen. Bulls Troy, good morning from down under Haize. Pat to lock up Lauri. Let's hope so. When I think we're going to win, we lose. When I think we might struggle, we win. They playing with my emotions. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. My hopes now lie in P. Will's hopeful improvement and increase in boldness every game. I agree. He's doing so much to really just improve how things have gone for him, how things started off in the season for him, for sure. For absolute sure. And at the chat, Bulls Daily says, this nigga act like he know every fucking thing. Who the fuck you talking to? Is what I'm going to ask you. Don't get checked in here. Do not do it. Zubac looking like young Vooch the other night. No, he's looking like young Shaq the other night. Lauri 7 foot, not to mention compared to Patrick Williams' wingspan. No, Lauri's 6'11". He's not 7 foot. Actually, he's 6'10 and a half. But with that being said, he's 6'11". Come on now, Shay. Should we expect more from P. Will since he made that statement? Yes, absolutely we should. When we've always said for the longest with this team is that once P. Will mentally starts understanding what P. Will's capable of, P. Will's game is going to grow exponentially. The fact that he said that he says that, and he even did say that he's not there yet, but the fact that he did say that he recognizes and wants to put in the work to be a superstar, that he thinks he can get to that level, is showing that he's starting to wake up a little bit. And then on top of the play on the court, right? Watching him use his strength a little bit more, watching him just realize like how good he can be. So for sure in that you are like, I would say this, right? He still has to show it on the court. Talking about this team does a lot of talking from Billy Donovan to everybody. Everybody does a lot of talking on this team, but he is not like it doesn't always translate to the court. So we'll see. We'll see with that. We'll definitely see what happens with that. But he needs to be able to show it. And hopefully now with that, with him making that statement, we start seeing an improved level of play from him for sure. Chris Corvinio says, Petty about to be live tonight if we lose. Oh, I already told you guys. If we lose tonight, it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. For sure. You still going to say that thing you said you will say if we lose to Utah? Absolutely. We cannot lose to the Utah Jazz tonight. We can, but we absolutely need to see it. Shay, don't make me put you on the summer. You know what? See, Shay has to, every once in a while, we got to remind Shay of who he is because Shay gets to tripping when he starts feeling himself. Let's go to Shay's Instagram again. Let's just pull a picture of Shay to just humble Shay real quick because apparently Shay needs it because Shay been getting a little out of pocket, leaving voicemails talking about some, you know who it is. Motherfucker, who is it? We don't know shit about you, Shay. Shay looked like a broke down Booker T talking shit. No, that's my nigga. I like all jokes aside, me and Shay are gonna talk shit to each other because Shay is my dude. So I ain't got like Shay knows he's my guy. That's why he's able to say some of the shit that he says. But Shay will get this work. Don't play with me, Shay. You will get this work, brother. If we get blown out, let alone lose this game to Lauri tonight, Haize, please let Petty out. I'm gonna need some laughter tonight. Hey, I feel that. I've been watching the games on mute and listening to C-Dub's live call instead. That guy gets real. And listen, C-Dub has grown so much when it comes to live calls for both the Bears and the Bulls that it's ridiculous. Now, I personally, I'm still going to listen to Stacey King. But especially with like the Bears live calls, C-Dub is just talented as shit, bro. Like C-Dub he is that guy when it comes to live calls on this platform, in my opinion. That's just it. You can't take away from it. Like the work to see C-Dub start doing those live calls. And then I remember after the first one, he was like, I got some things to work on, guys. And me and Bobby was just like, listen, you good, bro. Like, and now to see C-Dub do live calls, like C-Dub is literally one of the best in the bit. You can't find a better live caller than C-Dub. You can't do it. We have to play through Zach more. I would say this. I want to see this team spread the ball out more in general, right? I'm not going to necessarily say we need to play through Zach more. I do like what Zach does sometimes facilitating. It's been better at times, but he still makes some of those harebrained ass passes sometimes. I think this team needs to play through P. Will and Ayo Dosunmu more, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Pat Williams going for 12 to 15 points tonight. From your mouth to God's ears, I hope it's more than that. Haize, my boy, what up? What's going on, Kendall? What's going on, fam? Javier Sanchez, wait, isn't the game at 8? Yes, it's at 8 Central, 9 p.m. Standard Time. Yes. What does that mean? I can go live when I damn well please. Plus, I had to show off the new Bulls drip. You see that? Hold on, look at the back of it. That shit fire, bro. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Listen, there is nobody, just like C-Dub is the best in the game at live calls, ain't nobody on this platform, on this here YouTube, fucking with me when it comes to Bulls drip. Period. There is nobody in the world who is fucking with me when it comes to Bulls drip. That's it. You can take that to the bank. I don't give a damn if I don't sound humble with it. Everything ain't gotta be humble. There's nobody fucking with me when it comes to Bulls drip. Period. Who is this motherfucker? First of all, you about to get blocked just for using. How obsessed do you have to be with me to use my picture? That's a sexy ass picture though. But now you got to go in timeout. You ain't finna use my pic and be in my platform. What the fuck wrong with you? Now you in timeout. I'm gonna take him out in a second. I'm just being silly. Let me take him out of timeout. I don't even know if I can take him out. My bad. I don't think I can take you out early. I was really just fucking with you. My bad, y'all. Looking for a solid start to the game. Zach had an F game, and Pat keep being aggressive and hold Lauri to 0.0. Well, it's not going to do that, right? He can definitely disrupt Lauri. He's not going to. I'd hope so, but he's not going to shut Lauri completely down. We need to run Ayo. We need Ayo to run and set up plays more, less ISO plays, unless we don't have anything and we have 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Hey, man, you preaching what a lot of people are saying. And Pettybot, I swear I thought I'd be able to take you out. I can't. Please come back. Please come back. Under the main things I used to hear other analysts from other teams say was make Lauri play defense because it will affect his offense. Well, yeah, so Lauri isn't the type of player that at this point in his career has been able to be a two-way player. Like, I think everybody knows that. And Lauri does not expound that effort on defense, and that's what helps him stay so crisp offensively. But Patrick Williams better make him work today. Period. Patrick Williams better make him work today. Have I listened to I've never even heard of Bloody Horns pod. I don't even know what that is. While you playing, that's just listen, man, I got a bunch of them. I ain't even worried about it. Let me know, Haize, in the words of Jay-Z, sometimes you need your ego to remind these fools. You already know what it is, bro. You already know. Misso Truth Seeking. Bulls not playing together, period. What's up with the non-chemistry between DeMar and Zach and Sup Haize? What's going on, fam? And I don't even think it's necessarily just chemistry between Zach and DeMar. I personally don't believe it's a lack of chemistry between Zach and DeMar because we saw at the start of last season, before Zach got hurt and even after, they have chemistry. They can play together. That's not a question. To me, they don't know what to do. As a team right now, we don't know what to do when we face adversity, and DeMar isn't the king of the fourth. If you go back and look at these games, when DeMar tries to get it cooking in the fourth, it's either DeMar's on or everybody else is on. There's not really a balance yet with this team this season, and it does get a little scary at times for sure. Jordan says, is Drummond okay? Last game he played 7 minutes, which is bananas, that he played less than double-digit minutes. But I think Billy Donovan explained it as he just wanted a different look. I think the other team was going short as well, and maybe that's why he did explain. I don't know if it was in the post-game interview or in a statement afterwards, but he did explain why. So, no, nothing's wrong with Andre Drummond. He just wanted a different look. Samir 60, do you fuck with Kenny Beecham? I like his content, some of it. I think and this isn't a slight. You asked my opinion, right? I'm not trying to shit on the guy. And what he's been able to do is, first of all, what he's been able to grow with like 3 or 4 different channels, all being over 100,000, is huge. And clearly, he's doing something right. And that's what, and people are enjoying it. And there are a lot of his videos, especially as an NBA nerd, when he gets in some of the weird stats and things that I absolutely love. For me, there's sometimes where Kenny loses me in some videos only because I feel like he tiptoes around, like he talks high level, but as far as like the actual critiques of players, actual critiques of teams, he doesn't get into that nitty gritty of it. And to me, like that's what I enjoy. I like hearing actual analysis and how you feel. Like you can give me stats all day long. As a creator, I want to know how you feel about these teams. I want to know how you feel about this player. I want to know that type of thing. And sometimes with Kenny, it's like this overabundance of just numbers, and that's fine, right? As an NBA nerd, but sometimes it's like, Kenny, I want to know how you feel about XYZ team, and he doesn't really get into that. So that's my only critique on Kenny, but Kenny's dope. Like, don't get me wrong, that's my only critique of Kenny as a creator. Yo, Haize, like that bull sweater, where you get it at? Don't worry about what I do, man. Listen, I can't be letting y'all know where I get some. Now, this is one of the joints that I got. This came from Fashion Nova, is where this one came from. Honestly, we play through Vooch inside out and everyone else constantly moving, setting screens for backdoors or pop outs. That's what she said. As well as cutting to the basket with the athletes we have will be tough. I've been saying that since halfway through last season. Like if this team moves without the ball, it changes so much, especially when you look like Javonte and Derrick Jones Jr. would feast even more than what they do if this team consistently moved without the ball and moved the ball in crunch time. And that's what I want to see this team get to. And I don't know if Billy Donovan isn't coaching it. I don't know if he is and the players are saying, yeah, fuck that, Billy. I don't know, but something definitely needs to change with that. Zach should be an off-ball player for us. When he ISO, this is when he forces up shots. Imagine DeMar with an open catch-and-shoot, midi-2, pure cash. Well, that's the thing. DeMar does not play good without the ball. Like, he can do it at times, right? But look at it. DeMar, I don't know if I would have to find some weird, obtruse stat place, because I would love to see DeMar's splits between when he takes dribbles and when he does not take a dribble and just comes off screen. DeMar is a player that has to dribble the ball 3 or 4 times before he shoots it. Just look at it. In this game tonight, I want whoever feels like taking on the task, count for me how many times DeMar dribbles before a made shot. And then go out and look at times that he shoots without dribbling and tell me how much he makes and misses in that. DeMar just is not a good off the ball. I mean, I say good. That's just not his strength, is being off the ball. That's why you see him being so ball dominant for sure. Jordan Stewart, I'm rocking with this channel. Keep doing your thing, bro. See you at halftime. I appreciate that, Jordan. Definitely appreciate you there, brother. Lonzo Ball will save this team. Our problems run deeper than Lonzo Ball. I'm telling you guys, like Lonzo coming back does not fix. It goes a big way in a step in the right direction. The communication on defense, the shooting, the organizing in on the fast break, the getting steals, the defense, the switchability. All those are definitely going to help this team. I don't want to make it seem like it isn't going to help this team, but it does not save this team to me. It helps improve it, but it doesn't save this team. We need to keep Vooch involved in the second half and limit ISO ball today, as well as keep up intensity on defense for all 4 quarters. That's from Brandon Thorne, or Thom. Sorry, I thought that was that's an M, not an RN. Don't always work, but yeah. You an ignorant motherfucker. Yes, I am. You already know this, especially now that you have breached the gap between just a family here and actually somebody who like I'm getting to know personally. Oh, I'm about to be ignorant as shit with Steve-O for sure. But Kenny is a diehard Bulls fan, but a Bulls. Oh yeah, for sure. And but like I said, I understand the pessimism more this season than what I did last season. I definitely understand it. I say nothing to your ass no more, ignorant as fuck. Yeah, bro, you know I'm crazy. Ryan H. actually just answered this earlier, brother. But yes, I do think they can. We saw it last season. Go back and look at before Zach's injury last season when they were both averaging 28 and 26 points per game. They were the best scoring duo in the league through the first 35 games in the season. They can definitely play together. I think what we're seeing here isn't just because of their inability to play together. I think they're both forcing it at different times. I think Zach's trying to force his way into rhythm, and that's what's kind of disrupting things. But I definitely think that they can play together for sure. Shay in the building says, I'm the only one that noticed that the Utah Jazz don't have any shit blocking? What are you, constipated? Shit blocking? Shay, what are you talking about, bruh? No, I'm just fucking with you. They don't have any shot blocking besides Walker, and that could probably kill them in the low post. I think Jared Vanderbilt's a solid shot blocker as well, but he's going to be playing out on the perimeter with DeMar. But you definitely make a good point there, Shay. Definitely a good point there. DeMar is a 2 to 4 dribble limit. He has a rhythm shot. Exactly. Like he has to. Has to. Cognac boys in the building. You already know them, my motherfuckers, bro. Lonzo's definitely the gel that's why the Bulls started off hot last season. How would Lonzo and Ayo play together when Lonzo's back? Ayo really stepped up this year. He is the gel, but he was not the only reason the Bulls started off hot. Like, I hate it when people try to give too much credit to one player, and it wasn't. It was the Bulls team as a whole. But Lonzo was a huge, I've said it before, like Lonzo, look at not DeMar, look at Zach LaVine's defensive numbers when he's on the court with Lonzo versus when he's off, because the way that Lonzo communicates on the defensive end helps Zach LaVine, who isn't the highest defensive IQ player, be a better defender. Look at the transition points. Like, he helps hugely, but he isn't going to fix this team alone. Is not going to fix this team alone. Kendall Riviera says, Zach game is more suited for off ball. DeMar ball dominant and score first. Completely agree with that, brother. Completely agree with you there. Alan P says, agree with you, bro. We can't rely on DeMar every game, but Ayo must play with more confidence. A lot of times he turned over because he lacked confidence to make three-pointers. His three-point percentage has gone up higher this season. I do think that lately we've seen more of the Ayo kind of reluctant to do certain things, but in the Milwaukee game, in the Boston game, we saw a very aggressive Ayo pushing the ball. I think in the Boston game, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, we saw Ayo pushing the ball a lot in the second quarter, and then coming out of the second half, we kind of got away from that. But Ayo, I would love to see Ayo pushing the break a little bit more. Definitely would love to see it. Alex says, is Lonzo even coming back or soon as January or February? Well, the last update we got from Billy Donovan, which was on the 17th or 18th, he said that Lonzo Ball still isn't running. He still isn't cutting. So it's not looking like we're basically in the beginning of December. I'm rounding up. So for him to come back in January, for him to go from not running or cutting to doing that and being able to get back on the basketball court in a month, that seems like a tall order for me. I'm not a doctor, so I can't say it for sure, but that seems like a very tall order for me. I'm not at this point. I've completely gone off and changed it. I said that I used to say I think that Lonzo Ball is going to be back before the end of the season, but without him being able to run or cut yet, and we're 8 weeks into what it was supposed to be a 4 to 6 week evaluation, I don't think Lonzo's coming back this season. I just do not think Lonzo Ball is coming back. I want to be wrong on that, but I don't. Every day that goes by, I think it's less and less likely. That's some Cyber Monday special on tickets. Went to the Nuggets game, and they got dog shit on, so I was going to boycott, but the tickets start at $35. $35, that's not bad for they do Cyber Monday deals for sports tickets? That's wild. I've never even thought to look for that. In your opinion, what's the first step you think the front office should take to fix the issues on this team? Man, I think that more balance on the roster. I think we cannot go into, and this is still early in the season, they may address it at the trade deadline or buyout, but we cannot go into next season with the lack of size that we have on this team. We just can't. We can't do it. We do a good job at overcoming it more times than not, but you just see it at times. It's just like we just don't have the size to compete with teams. And Patrick Williams can't play 40 minutes a game, so when he's out there, it's just times like Javonte. I think we all realize Javonte Green is one of the hardest working players and has the biggest dog in him probably on this team. But there are times with even that dog in him that just the size, he just can't do nothing with certain size and the length of players. So, it is what it is. Chi-Town Sports, did you? Oh, yes, I did. And be on the lookout for tomorrow morning's pre-recorded episode. I'm digging into that all the way. Yo, if the Bulls lose this, I will totally be confused. But the Bulls do Bulls things. I smell a. Oh, no. Oh, shit. L predicted a win. That means we're going to lose. His predictions have been off. But I hope you're right. Big game coming from DeMar and Io. I really hope you're right. I really, really hope you're right. Damn, Shay says, I would hate to see what you would do with him. What do you think? I'm shooting motherfuckers for fun? What the fuck? We ain't that Chicago. I'm not shooting people for fun. What you mean? I'm not just going to shoot you because I can fight. Unlike a lot of people nowadays who can't fight, I can fight. I'll beat a motherfucker's ass any day. I ain't got to shoot you. Only motherfucker I'm shooting if I see them running towards me is Olin Krutz. I'm shooting that motherfucker, period. That motherfucker's going to be filled with holes if Olin Krutz comes my way. Anybody else is catching these hands. I ain't got to shoot nobody. Come on, man. I can see you absolutely roasting the Bloody Horns pod if you heard his pod. Now I'm going to have to check it out. Now I'm going to have to check it out. Love the content. Been a Bulls fan since 98. One of my earliest memories is being 5 years old, seeing Jordan drop 44 on the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. Hey, that's a hell of a first memory, bro. Hell of a first memory. Drew Bushnell says, we saw Embiid drop over 40 on Kelly, my guy. Vooch needs to eat. Vooch needs to eat. That's every day. Vooch needs to eat. Absolutely, I agree with you. WAW0406. I remember one time last season where Zoe was directing Levine about the defensive assignments on the. Yes. That's the benefit of Lonzo Ball that a lot of people don't realize. Alana's in the building. Hey, y'all, wasn't here last game at all, but how we lose to the Thunder but beat the Celtics and the Bucks. The NBA is a crazy-ass place, Alana. Also, a lot of time the offense and defense rebound, we look to pass to Debo or Zach to push to the floor. I wish they would just get the ball and go, especially. Oh, P. Will especially. P. Will is terrible about that. He gets the ball and he looks around for the point. It's like, just dribble the ball, bro. Wait till you at least get past half court. We'll figure it out there. Bobby says, I got Lonzo done for the season. Yeah, man, it's looking that way, bro. Definitely looking that way. Jazz are 2-9 for the last 11 games. Last 11, yeah. They're 3-7 in the last 10, supposedly, but I still don't think they should be underestimated, especially since we tend to do that. Oh, yeah. The Bulls have not earned the right to underestimate anybody, period. Dog, the game versus the Nets start at 50. The tickets, that's crazy. Just because he hasn't started running or cutting yet does not mean he can't. There are probably just cautious. No, that's not. You got to read the quote. No, he can't. Billy Donovan used that word specifically. He can't. He can't run. He can't cut. He can't jump yet. That's pretty clear and straightforward. He can't do that. And even if it was that he could, but they're just not pushing him to do that yet, that still means that return is a long way away. Keep in mind, you got to clear certain things before the medical staff will even come close to clearing you. So the fact that he's not doing that stuff yet and it appears that he can't, it's not coming back anytime soon. I hope Zoe can come back by March and at least have a month to get in rhythm before the playoffs would be ideal. Would like him back earlier, though, of course. I mean, I think we all want Lonzo back immediately. We all want him back right now, right? If we could. Kendall, in all honesty, I like Vooch, but Zach and DeMar game would be better with a Myles Turner type. I wouldn't agree with that. But I'm going to finish reading and I'll explain why. Center who doesn't need 15 to 20 shots and block shots. Pat will also benefit as well. Peace out, Haize. I got to disagree with you here. Myles Turner is a terrible passer. And when you look at the Bulls offense, when it's going, Vooch's passing is a huge part of that. Keep in mind as well, now the only thing that I would say that Myles Turner would be better at is because the way that Billy Donovan runs the offense, Myles Turner is a better three-point shooter than Vooch, so he probably knock more of those down. But It's not that Vooch is limited, it's that they don't go to Vooch doesn't get 10 to 15 shots per game, much less in the paint. If they actually went to Vooch in the paint, I've explained this before. The reason why they don't is DeMar DeRozan is basically a post scorer. When you look at the way he gets primarily in the mid range and tries to get to the rim, he's our post scorer, and that forces other players to not be in the paint because you have to have spacing. And so I think that it's more of a detriment. And again, this is not to say that DeMar is a bad player, that I don't love DeMar, that he doesn't save this team a lot, but I think this offense would run completely differently if you had a player at DeMar's position that was also a threat to stretch the floor. Because DeMar operates in that 15 and in, basically, probably more like 12 feet and in, it doesn't leave a lot of space for the other players, especially when you have one like Vooch who could be post-dominant. Shot Bulls Podcast says, lack of size is major. They running 4-guard lineups out there. Yeah, a lot. How is there 130 in the live feed, but the video only we only got 3 likes? I don't usually check likes during the video. Come on now. Y'all got to be better than that, man. No, we had 26 likes now. I could take that. I could take the 26 likes. I could definitely take that. By the way, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to that. If you're not subscribed already, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is December 5th. Doesn't look like we're going to hit it, which is fine, but hopefully we can get there by the end of December for sure. And plus, the Bulls not winning doesn't help channel growth at all. The thing is, we don't have enough three-point shooting or size. We need to have one or the other. Look at the Warriors. They don't have a lot of size, but great three-point shooting, ECT. But they also play as a team. That team just moves the ball around. That's how you overcome the lack of size. Move the ball around. Sluggo Gamer says, Utah in the middle of a 4-game losing streak. Conley's out. Bulls better win this one. I hope so. I really hope so. What up? What's up, son? Come here.
I never have a snack before.
Come here, boy. Every time I'm streaming, you come and want to eat. You just had hot wings and cheesecake, and now you want a snack?
Yeah.
What snack do you want? You just had 5 hot wings, fries, and a cheesecake. What do you want to snack on?
Why are you yelling?
Because you confuse my soul, son.
Talkies.
You want some Takis? Go ahead. Go get some Takis. I love you.
I need help for that.
All right, get Maya to help you, okay?
Huh?
Get Maya to help you. Every single time, every pregame show for the month, I feel like for the month, the dude comes in and I make sure he eats before I even start streaming. I cooked, I cleaned, I gave him dessert. I did all of that before I came down here and turned on this computer, and the little guy comes and wants more food. That's crazy. That's wild. Kids eat too goddamn much. I'll tell you that, man. I'll tell you that. All right, let's get back on topic. Tonight is the game that I would most definitely try to use Patrick Williams and his dribbling skills against Lauri. That's a good point there, Shay. Definitely a good point there. Jazz have been losing. 1, Mike Conley is out. No, Jazz have been losing 1. Mike Conley is out 2. Tough schedule, like 3 or 2 back-to-backs in the past 7 to 9 games, as you listed, and some pretty tough teams, again, without Mike. That's good. All good points. But as we know with this Bulls team, they can lose to anybody. Bulls fan since I was 11 and 91. Damn, you are 11 and 91. Love the podcast, man. Keep doing your thing. Oh, man, Winter. I appreciate it. That's, honestly, all jokes aside, that's one of the best compliments that you can give me. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're liking the content. MC Season, my little brother from another mother. I know you don't make predictions, but in your gut feeling, who do you think is going to – oh, come on. I'm always going to pick I am a Bulls homer. I'm always going to pick the Bulls. I think that the Bulls can definitely win this game. If Drummond and Vooch can both have double-digit rebounds again, this Bulls team plays 4 quarters of defense. We know we can take care of the offensive end of things. I think the Bulls can definitely and should definitely win this game. Bulls have to take this like an advantage, 2-11. We can't let the Jazz look awesome, especially I can't see Lauri owning us while Zach having a bad night. Yeah, that would literally drive me crazy. Literally drive me crazy. L says, I agree. No Lonzo Ball this season. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, I'm going to use L as a. So I need, because I've seen some of you guys get a little sensitive when I fuck with you. If I know that you are here a lot, I'm going to fuck with you, right? Like me and L had a nice little back-to-back, but it's all love, right? If Shay, you saw me earlier in the video, fuck with Shay. I've always said this is a family, this is a community, and the way that my family shows their love is we talk shit to each other. So if I'm in the comments, I'm like, hey, man, you tripping. That's wild. That's dumb. Like, whatever. Then I'm just fucking with you. Now, if I think you're a complete idiot and I say you're a fucking idiot, that's not, if I curse, usually I'm not playing. But if I just throw you some shit like, hey, man, that take is bad, I'm just fucking with you. That's all it is, man. Y'all should know me by now. Super chat, $4.99. Thank you for supporting the channel, Javier. I appreciate you, brother. I saw something the other day saying that high school athletes today play so much more through AAU and intense practice that their bodies break down quicker. I've actually saw that too. I think I told you guys, there's like this, it was this mini documentary is the best way to describe it about Lonzo Ball. And they were talking about how like LeVar Ball and how the things that he put Lonzo through. And it's no wonder that he's had lower leg injuries. And it was this great homemade documentary, and I always forget to go back and look at the channel. But yeah, I and you know that kind of makes sense. Delbert Grady says, besides opening night against the Heat, this may be the most important game test of the season so far. You're not the only one to say that. I don't necessarily see it as that, but it seems like a lot of people agree with you on that for sure. Alana, at least if Lonzo isn't going to play at all this season, hopefully he'll just be ready to play by the beginning of next season and not get hurt. Listen. Hopefully. That's what one would hope, for sure. That's what one would hope. According to the sources, Lauri marketing his game time decision in Utah. Jazz coach Will Hardy says he is hopeful of having Lauri in the lineup. Listen, Lauri's playing this game. I refuse to believe that Lauri marketing is not going to play in this game. That's just I refuse to believe it. Refuse to believe it. This is a great point from Brandon L. Jett. Lonzo constantly took the ball out of DeMar's hands. He made sure everyone ate. They still didn't use Lonzo as like a true point guard, but I do agree with you. And that's because of just Lonzo's ability. He's the best passer on the team by far, right? So. Oh, well, listen, bro. I got to be real with you. Daniel, he said, sub, just don't cuss, please. Bro, I curse like a sailor. Especially if I get pissed off after a game. I will curse out the players. I'll curse out Billy Donovan. I'll curse out Zach LaVine's baby. Listen, so I try not to curse. I'll tell you this. I honestly do try not to curse, but I'm emotional. As a Bulls fan, I've been through a lot. And I really say how I feel. So I will not sit here and promise you that I'm not going to curse. I curse, bro. I'm just going to be real with you. I curse. Warriors push the ball, run the court, and continue to cut. They reward their players for cutting. Great point there as well. Thoughts of making an offer for the Bucks and Bay from the Pistons. They could get us a vet that can play 1 through 3, and Bay is a dog. I don't see it. I just don't see it happen. Sadiq Bey is dope. Somebody actually asked me that on the mailbag. If you go back to the mailbag episode on Saturday, I actually break down my whole thoughts about what the Bulls could give up for Sadiq Bey if you just want to hear that concept of it. But I just don't think it's likely. I love it, but I just don't think it's likely. E. Daniel says, that's us kids for you. That's hilarious, man. That's funny. I watched the episode of Pat cooking way too much. What episode? I'm not sure what you mean by that, bro. He's gone. He's gonna be 7'5". Well, my older son, my 17-year-old son, he's almost 6 foot. So yeah. I sub from Arizona, but a Jazz fan mostly. Also a Suns fan, though, but a Bulls fan as well. My mom grew up in Illinois. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to your mom. Your son just wants to be in the stream, but I swear to God, kids are bottomless hole. Bruh, it's wild, man. It's wild. Bulls fan since 2010. That's because you were born in 2010, Alana. Alana's young as hell. Listen here, you male Ice Spice looking ass bastard, which laugh. Shut the fuck up, Pat. Motherfucking no neck having ass bastard. How the back of Pat's neck is long as shit, but he has no front neck. It don't like the way that Pat's upper body is made just makes no logical sense according to how humans are created. How the hell is the back of your neck 2 feet long, but you have no front neck and no beard or chin to cover up? Like, where's your neck and shoulders at, bro? It just don't make any sense. Exactly. Y'all think he never got on me? If I don't agree, I get on his ass too. Yep, that's how it go. That's family, right? We got Shane O'Mac. First of all, that's a dope reference to the old school WWF. But, yo, Haize, I'm sorry, man, but I became a Skies Falling Bulls fan. This team is going to have to show me some heart to change my mind. Did you see the Boston and Milwaukee games? There's a little bit of heart in that, but I get what you're saying, right? You want to see it sustained over time. Completely agree with you there. Completely agree with you. Matthew says, why do people think this is the second most important game? I really don't know. I don't know. Pat says he cussed out Billy Donovan's. No, it was Billy Donovan's wife is what it is. It was his wife. Brandon L. Jet says, did I hear Haize roasted Billy's wife last game? Yes, I did. Mate, how old are you? I will be 36 next Monday. Exactly a week from today. This is my last Monday of being 35. I'll be 36 next Monday. It's crazy. Oh, when Pat went on. Oh, yeah, Pat went on. I was just sitting there like this. I think I said in I think that episode, because that was a live. We didn't do it as a full episode. It was just a live stream. I think that episode was maybe like 15 to 18 minutes. And I probably said about 40 words in those 15 minutes. I was just sitting back like, damn, Pat cooking. Pat definitely cooking. Uh-oh. Marvin the Motivator. Okay, guys, not a motivational speech. We just need a damn win. But if we don't win, season's not over. LOL. I feel you on that one, bro. I feel you on that. Biggins, I'm telling you that the Bulls need to build around Zoe and Zach in the backcourt. I can see them developing into somewhat Splash Bros 2.0. If Zach can play D, we need to trade DeMar and Vucevic. It's not going to happen, bro. Like, come on, man. You tripping. Pat, listen, and this is how you know that I always be roasting Pat, because Pat got one set of jokes. I got about 20,000 with Pat. Pat, first of all, talks with his hands like the motherfucker got spirit fingers on a podcast, right? Y'all next time watch Pat. Pat literally don't know what to do with his hands when he's talking. His hand, the Bulls should do this. And then every time Pat, he has a thought, a random ass laugh afterwards. Listen, they were talking about the fact that Pat be twerking the shit out of his chair during his live streams. That's why I call him the male Ice Spice. Pat is literally what you would look at if you take a white man, they grew up in the south side of Chicago, got some black friends, and then they think they on. Let's not even talk about how thin Pat's hair is up top, right? Pat get waves in one day because literally his hair got no thickness to it because he got white man's hair. Don't fuck with me. Y'all can't fuck with this joke shit with me, man. I keep telling y'all that. Like, I don't know why y'all think y'all can do that. Haize, you look 26 or 30. I appreciate that. I'm old as fuck, bro. I be telling y'all, man, listen, I showed y'all a picture of my mama, right? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it. Hopefully my dad ain't watching the stream and don't talk crap. So my mama is in, I'll just say this. She's in her 60s. Y'all look at my mama. Look at my mama. That's a beautiful woman. My mama don't age. And because of that, I'm hoping that your boy don't age either. See, unlike you, Pat, I can't stand up on the live stream because I usually wear shorts and my dick's big. So if I stand up, it's going to be a porn and YouTube's going to take my channel down. So I can't do that. See, you can stand up all day. I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to leave that there. She looked 30. I appreciate that. Haize really just said, I truly try not to cuss too much, then turned around and went off on Pat the designer. Listen, this is me and Pat's brotherhood, bro. Like, literally, Pat could just call me right before we streamed, and I think I picked up the phone and was like, what up, you yellow motherfucker? Like, that's just how we talk to each other. It is what it is. All right, Shay. Shay says, on a serious note, do you think Patrick Williams maybe should look at videos? No, they're completely different players. Patrick Williams doesn't have nearly the lateral quickness that Jimmy Butler had. He just doesn't. Stream over. That's funny. What? Who ran out of jokes, Pat? I literally just said 15 jokes to your say. Gnome. His son's gonna be taller than him. Bro, ain't nobody ran out of jokes, bro. I can joke on you all day because you make it easy, bro. You make it easy. Let's not even talk. Y'all see Pat's thirst traps? Pat be sitting in there. I'm gonna teach y'all how to be an entrepreneur. You guys want to know how to go to business for yourself? Pat be looking like old boys off Living Single. He be like, that's how Pat be doing at the end of the live streams, bro. Come on, man. Don't fuck with me. All right, I've seen you ask this before I'm getting into this. Have we seen our big three run a Spain pick and roll yet? If not, why? A Spain pick and roll? What the fuck is a Spain pick and roll? Probably not, but it is what it is. Jamal says in my Chris Tucker voice, let me see that pic of your mom again. I didn't get to look. Hey, fuck you, man. By the way, I'm going to show my dad, too. My dad, especially for his age, he's aged very gracefully as well. There goes Pops, even though he looked mean as shit. But Pops age good as hell, too. I got some good genes. Got some damn good genes, man. Oh, man. Brandon, LOL's wish. Did you see the last game? Murray and Trey being all cocky, then lost. Listen, the Atlanta Hawks take everything that I said at the beginning of the season about the Cleveland Cavaliers and copy and paste it to the Atlanta Hawks. The Cavs have proved my critique of them completely wrong. The Atlanta Hawks are proving my critique of the Cavs right, but on that team, like, don't get me wrong. DeJounte Murray's putting up numbers. Trae Young's putting up numbers, but it just hasn't. That's the players I feel like we need to ask, do they play well together? Right? Do they play well together? So I just don't know. Oh, man, that is hilarious. Steve-O says, I'm scared when we go live because I don't know how to stop. That's funny, man. Hey, Steve-O be low-key flaming the shit out of people in the comments, too. It's crazy. It's wild. Little Famo says, who's guarding Lauri? Pat, yes, it's definitely Pat's guarding. He's definitely, because even though Lauri starts at the 3 for them, they're not putting DeMar DeRozan on Lauri marketing. It's going to be Pat. I think they're going to cross guard. Jared Vanderbilt's going to guard DeMar DeRozan, and Patrick Williams is going to guard Lauri marketing. That's exactly what I think, but I could be wrong with that. I just saw the Hawks try to talk to the Jazz about a John Collins and marketing swap. Really? Last thing that I read is saying that they weren't interested in trading marketing. So that's interesting to see that they try to do that. That's a tank move, right? Don't get me wrong. John Collins is a hell of a player, but he's not. I just don't see him as being able to fit within a team. One of the things that's the benefit of the Utah Jazz so far this season is just the way they move the ball around, the way that they play like that. John Collins is kind of a black hole. It's definitely kind of a black hole, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Fonzo says, I'm just hopping on the live. Somebody give me the time stat for moms. Come on, man. These motherfuckers look like my mom's picking shit. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. It is what it is, man. My mama going to kill me if she ever knew I put her pickup on here. That's all I'm going to say. Daniel in the building says Jazz should trade Colin Sexton. He plays selfish, trade him, and like Olynyk for John Collins. Well, it's going to have to be more than Olynyk, I think, to make the contracts work. Colin Sexton, I say this. If the Jazz, especially because they're starting to lose now, if they do decide to go tank for Victor Wembanyama, no, leave Colin Sexton in there because he's going to get you real close to that. Get you real close to that. Markel in the building says, I'm so grateful for this laughter now because this team going to have me pulling my hair out later. Let's hope not, bro. Let's hope not. So Lauri is listed as questionable. I think day to day. But I fully expect him to play today. Damn, Haize, it's a good thing that you and Pat are friends. He might come up there and do something bad to Wait, whoa. Marvin. Think about what you just said there, bro. Think about what you just said there, brother. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Think about what you just said, man. Think about what you just said, bro. Just think about what you said. I'm going to leave it at that. Think about what you just said. That statement, that don't sound right, Marvin. I need you to reword that, bro. I can't read that on air. I need you to reword that for me, brother. Definitely need you to do that. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, brother. You got to get that together, bro. That's a pause. That's a big pause there, bro. Can't play down tonight. Absolutely. The Bulls can't play down any night, man. Damn, leave my man Sexton alone. He just tore. Yeah, well, he's been playing since then. I don't know about just tore his ACL, but yeah. I mean, listen, everybody gets critiqued. Marvin, major pause. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. I think the Bulls are going to win tonight only because the Jazz is going tank mode. Lauri probably not going to play the tank. Well, no, the coach already says that he wants them to play. I don't think they've gone full tank mode yet. I do think that it's coming, especially if the slide continues for them. But yeah. Do you think that at this point we just need to eat Lonzo's contract? Do you see the Bulls renegotiating I mean, listen, that's way too far off. It depends, right? So Lonzo, even if he doesn't play this season, he still has 2 years left under contract after that. Somebody correct me. Is it a player option or a team option in the 4th year? I can't remember which one it is. I know it's one or the other. But let's just say he plays out the full 2 years. Lonzo would have to be, I would say he'd have to play at least 65 games out of the next 2 years, not counting. We're saying if this season's a wash. He'd have to play at least 65 games in that and show that he can stay healthy to a degree. They're coming because why didn't the Jazz foul last game at the end of the game? Oh, that's true. That's a great point, Alana. I had to think about that for a second. That's a great point. I think we got a personal foul on Marvin for lack of pause. Under review for upgrade to a flagrant one. Yeah, Marvin was tripping with that one, bro. I think we should keep Zoe no matter what. We look like a machine when he plays. I mean, listen, there is something to be said that no matter what happens, like, should you keep Lonzo? Like, and especially if Io maybe grows and develops, maybe if Lonzo's willing to take less, what he's worth out in the open more. There's a lot of variables, but we still got at least 2.5 years before we got to answer that question. So let's see how it goes. Wait, who is this? That didn't come out. Wait, hold on. That did not come out. Where'd you hear that news at? And why'd you steal Marvin's name? You're not Marvin. We got a fraudulent Marvin on the play. Pat was definitely flagrant too. That's crazy, man. I'd rather have half-eaten apple and a bag of chips than Westbrook if I'm being. Westbrook has been cooking off the bench, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't even uploaded that video. See, that's how you know I create too much content. When I create content and don't upload, the video is just sitting here on my computer. I have a whole video on why Russell Westbrook moving to the bench may have just saved his career. Haven't even uploaded it. What the fuck? Well, that's about to get uploaded. Yeah, I got to upload that between the end of this and the start of the game. That's crazy. Spain pick and roll 1-on-1. Normal pick plus guard sets a back pick for the roll man. Then the guard flashes to the three-point line. Options everywhere for a big three. Levine, Vooch roll, man switch, Vooch each versus Mitch. Man, that is. I've never heard that called a Spain pick and roll before, though. Maybe that's just my lack of knowledge, but I know exactly, now that you've explained it, I know exactly what you're talking about. Have we ever seen that run? Not to my knowledge, at least not with the starters out there. I think we may have run that a couple of times we did run that when it was Lonzo Ball and Derrick Jones Jr. was the backup center. And you remember when Lonzo and Derrick Jones Jr. developed that nice pick and roll chemistry? We ran that with Derrick Jones Jr., Lonzo, and Javonte. But I don't know if we've ever seen it with the big three technically. Do we still not have a shooting coach? No, we have a player development specialist, but like a shooting coach specifically definitely wouldn't make a difference with the shooting inconsistencies. Well, and so when that came out, a lot of Bulls fans, me included, right? So I'm not just saying the you thing, really freaked out by the fact of lack of no shooting coach. But did you know that almost half the teams in the NBA don't have shooting coaches? So yeah, there's definitely a I love my children, but Lord knows they eat too goddamn much. Sorry, just read a text message. Motherfuckers asking for more food. Ain't that some shit? He's been eating off the bench, but mind you, he's also being paid $44 million. Who are you talking? I must have missed something there. Brian Ventura says Lonzo Ball properly returned by All-Star break by Slam Magazine. Hold on, did this just come out? Oh, Alex Caruso is available. I don't see anything from the sources that I trust on that. Slam has been known to be kind of off sometimes, so I'm going to wait to report on that till I see a more reputable source post that. So Drummond, would you have the best season of his life with Lonzo? I mean, listen, Alonzo Ball, Andre Drummond pick and roll could be ugly for other teams. T Mac in the building says, yo, Haize, hoping for a dub today. Love the content. Well, thank you, brother. I hope you continue to love the content here. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well if you're not subscribed to the channel. I know I curse. I know I'm crazy. I know I go off. But I love you motherfuckers. That's all I can say. I love you bastards. All of you guys. That's it. I love you guys, man. I really do. I don't think y'all, like, for those that don't listen to my solo podcast, well, I guess this is solo too. My podcast on mental health, The Awakened Soul, like, I went through a major stretch of depression in my life at one point in time. Podcasting and my kids honestly helped save my life. Some of you guys don't know, like, I that's too much emotion. I'm not going to drop that on here. Go and listen to that show. I'm just going to leave that there. P-Will needs to cook Lauri marketing tonight. Mm-hmm. Slam says their source is Bulls insider Sam Smith. Huh. Okay. Now that makes me a little bit, I'm not going to lie to you. That there makes me a little bit more. I'm looking at it now. This just dropped. I'm reading it. Hold on. I'm going to give you guys the details. Just give me 1 second. Let me read this real quick. I know this isn't best appointment podcasting. I apologize for that, but give me 1 second. I'm trying to read this to see what I can pull out from it. So it says this is from Sam Smith. The general word around the Bulls is that he might be able to play in January, maybe by the All-Star break. That would be wonderful, though personally, without any information or insider scoops from sources we may not know, I'm not counting on him See, that's what I hate when people, and not anybody here, but when people don't quote it all the way. Sam Smith did say that, but he also ends it on this. I'm not counting on him this season. So while Sam Smith did say there's optimism around him returning by All-Star break, he also ends that by saying, I'm not counting on him this season. That part is poignant as well. Let's just not pull out the part that's positive for us. Let's pull it all out. He also says he's not counting on him this season. So that's important. That's very important in that as well. The podcast name is called The Awakened Soul. It's not on, well, it is on YouTube, but I don't post the episodes in full on YouTube. I post like clips. But it's The Awakened Soul. It's a podcast about mental health, activism, black culture, everything. And so like there's an episode on that called Pieces of Me. And on that episode is where I talk about my depression, how I came out of depression, me finding therapy, my cancer, which most of you don't even know that was a thing for me. I had a golf ball sized tumor removed from the back of my neck when I was 26. So yeah, I've been through some shit in life, man. That's all I can say. I've been through some shit in life. I love you too, Grindfest. I appreciate you guys, man. Corey May says, oh, wait, I skipped it. Sorry. Corey May says, Haize, where can I watch? So it's not, the episodes aren't on YouTube. That's just strictly a podcast, but I am relaunching because I've taken 8 months off that podcast to kind of focus on here in Bear Central and what I was doing here. That podcast relaunches on my birthday, December 5th. And that's when it'll start being a full video production like this one is. And the first episode of my return on December 5th, that is me talking about kind of, it gets deep. It's talking about my fight with imposter syndrome, and being it's deep. It's going to get deep. That drops December 5th. Be on the lookout for that. That could also just mean he's not counting on him for wins, like he's not counting on him to be a major part. That is true. That is definitely a way that you can take that for sure. But he says this specifically. The whole quote is, that would be wonderful, though personally, without any information or insider scoops from sources, which may or may not know, I'm not counting on him this season. So what I'm pulling from that is not that saying that he's not counting on for wins. What I'm pulling from that is saying that there's optimism around the Bulls, but he's not heard that from doctors. That's what I'm taking. Because if you're saying that the Bulls are optimistic about it, that's an insider. The Bulls, if you're a Bulls player, the front office, whatever, but to say that there's not surefire information on it, I feel like the doctors haven't quite said that yet. At least that's what I'm taking from it. I could completely be wrong, though. Completely be wrong. I'm convinced Zoe not coming back till next season, and being honest, I kind of want him so he's fully healthy and not being rushed back. I mean, yeah, I think the rush back thing is over. I don't think anybody's rushing him back anymore. That's my opinion. So, it is what it is. Damn, I fell and looked. Oh no, bro, no, and I didn't mean that towards you at all. I didn't mean that towards you. Because what the headlines are going to be, what everything is going to be now. When you see tweets, when you see articles written about it, Bulls on Tap is terrible about this. All it's going to say is Lonzo Ball expected to return by All-Star break, and they're going to leave everything else out. That's why I kind of like to really break everything down before I start talking about it, and kind of. Even with some sources, I backtrack to like, all right, where's the original quote come from? Because people really mislead shit. They really mislead shit. Brandon L. Jet says, Sam Smith, the same dude that snitched on MJ in the 90s. That's wild, bro. Damn, God bless you. Much love to you. I enjoy listening to you and keep up the great work. Appreciate that, Corey Mays. Definitely appreciate you, brother. Bro, if you down, I'd love to hop on and talk mental health and activism with you. I'm heavily into Native American activism and had mental health issues as well. Oh, definitely MCCs, and I appreciate you, bro. That explains why your poetry's so dope. By the way, if you got, I think he took it down. MCCs, and shut me the hell up if I'm giving away too much inside baseball. But MC Season is like, his poetry when he writes, fucking dope. But that explains it. Like, some of the best poets go through shit. So. No, I know you didn't mean it like that. And plus, even if you did, it's all love, man. I appreciate that. But I don't like people. If I come at people, I come at you. I just want to make sure that people don't think I'm coming at them when I'm not. I don't like people catching strays from me. So I'm with you, Haize, on mental health aspect. I battle combat PTSD, depression, and anxiety on a regular. Listen, I can't imagine. Like, my dad was in the military for over 20 years. My mom was in the military. She didn't stay in as long. Like, my dad's been to war several times. I couldn't imagine, bro. Like, shout out to you and everybody, man, and as well as Bobby over on Shy Bulls podcast, the Cognac boy Bobby. Like, I have the utmost respect for anybody who served. Alana as well. I have the utmost respect for anybody who served this country. As somebody who comes from a military family, I just have the utmost respect for that. MC Season says, it's all good. Yes, one of the Vills is still up. Go check it out, y'all. Go check out MC Season. But all right, y'all. I've been live for over an hour. I'm supposed to be resting my voice. Now I got a video to upload on the Russell Westbrook shit that's just been sitting here. I literally recorded this video at 10 a.m. It's just been sitting here. I thought I uploaded it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got to upload that video, y'all. I'll be back at halftime. We got about 50 minutes into game time. This is probably the earliest I've ever stopped a pregame show, but I appreciate you guys so much for being a part of this thing and what we're doing here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. On your way out, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the like button as well as we try to get to 10,000 subscribers as quick as possible. If we get there by my birthday, I'm going to be doing a major giveaway. If we don't get there by my birthday, I'm still going to be doing a giveaway, just not as big. So if you want me to give away Chicago Bulls tickets for hitting 10K, you got 7 days to get us there. We need 543 subscribers in the next 7 days. If you guys can get me that, tell your mama to subscribe, pick up your cousin's phone when you see them, just hit the subscribe button on YouTube. They don't even have to watch the channel if you guys want us to do that major giveaway. Otherwise, the giveaway's still going to be big, but it's going to be all Chicago Bulls Central merch. You ain't getting no Bulls tickets if we don't get to 10K by my birthday. That's all I can say with that. Okay, make sure you guys are following the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red. And peace, y'all.